Hi, I'm Dr. Van Mawa. I come to Max Fitness Gym to exercise. I do cardio, kickboxing. I do toning with without weights, and which I highly recommend. The American Heart Association recommends 20 minutes at least 3 times a week.
I've had a little bit too much. All of the people start to rush by. How does he twist the dance? Can't find a drink or man. Where are my keys? I lost my phone. What's going on the floor? I love this record, baby, but I can't see straight anymore. Keep it cool. What's the name of this club? I can't remember, but it's alright. I'm alright. Just dance. You'll be okay.
Dori, tell me about the patient who has touched you the most.
Okay, the everyday patient that has diabetes that's out of control, knows not to eat certain things, especially sugars and carbs and starches, and sugars out of control, blood pressure out of control because they're usually 1 in 1. Usually there's a cardiac issue because diabetes equals having heart disease. And sounding like a broken record to lose weight, to exercise, and most patients are sedentary. So day after day, patient after patient, it's always the same thing to try to promote exercise, better nutrition. People call it a diet, but it's not a diet, it's a way of life. And when you call it a diet, it's for a certain period of time, and then you go back to your usual habits. So even protein shakes, the ones that I promote, the OptiFast, the company promotes doing only a liquid diet. But I do my own thing where I'll promote doing some of the shakes a day, and then I'll promote eating with it to try to bring in actually eating, because we like to chew on food. It's important.
Right. What is the average age of some of your patients?
The average age, I would probably say 40s.
40s. And they're obese?
Obese, yes. The average female that I see, that if you took a panel between 10 internists like myself, the average female has a body fat percent of about over 44%.
And what's a good body fat?
Anything less than 27%. So there's a crisis out there. Women have more of a problem than men, but men are not trailing too far behind.
And what about fast foods?
Fast foods. Go out there, have a hamburger. Actually, they did a study, and they showed that if you have McDonald's, Burger King, whichever, 2 buns, 2 burgers with cheese, ketchup, and slice it into 4s. Each quarter is 1,000 calories. If you have a whole one, you're talking about 4,000 calories, not to mention what you're drinking, and most of the time there's French fries involved.
Supersized.
And you must, right, supersized, exactly. And if you took an average poll of people that are overweight, again, diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol, heart disease, almost every one of them has a fatty liver.
What would be the first step for someone to take in order to take control of their health?
Well, number one, you have to change what you're eating. That's the first thing. You have to change what you eat and exercise. The problem with America today, most people are sedentary. I don't have time. I work a very hard schedule. Well, so do I. I have 3 kids. I go to work. I go to my office. I go to the hospital every day. I'm the head of clinic. I exercise almost every day. I go to the gym. And I do anywhere from an hour to 2 hours.
Where do you go?
I go to Max Fitness in Plainview.
Excellent.
And I do every night, except for Wednesdays and Fridays, most of the time, but I'm very diligent about it. We're not talking about being thin. There's a lot of talk out there of being thin. It's not about being thin, but it's about being healthy.
And I understand that in these tapes, you're going to be showing some people some simple ways of getting started, working out.
That you can do simply at home, by yourself, with a friend, a trainer, go to the gym. Just some cardio, kickboxing, boxing. And actually, many studies have shown that when you do boxing and cardio kick, you're increasing your cardiac output, so you get better blood supply to the body. And it decreases the fat around the abdominal area, which has shown that it decreases the risk for heart attack. Medically, clinically, by studies.
And I understand that your son is also in the videos?
Yes. This is not only for adults, it's also for children, because a growing problem in America is child obesity. More kids between the age of anywhere from 5 and above are not only overweight, obese, and are showing signs and symptoms of diabetes. And actually 68% have atherosclerosis, which is cholesterol plaquing in the arteries.
Would you say that the obesity in kids is not only associated with their bad eating habits, but the fact that they're on the computer all the time and sitting in front of the video games?
Yes, less kids today actually go out there, play ball, rather go and play with their Game Boy DS, computer, and so forth.
So they should also be in a regimented program where they get exercise on a daily basis?
Yes.
Would you recommend Max Fitness for adults and children alike in order for them to stay in a healthy and fit lifestyle?
Absolutely.
Paris, London, New York, San Francisco, Hamburg, Berlin, Sydney, Brooklyn, and Sample Rivers.
Everybody in your place, get ready. Check this out. Let the bass kick.